What are the most important positions in your chart? Most places will tell you that it is your rising, your sun, and your moon, because those make up the bulk of your personality. While this might be true, I feel that there are two positions that are actually much more important. What? The reason why I say that is because they have the most to do with your past life, who you are, and where you're going, and why. Why do people say that it's the ascendant, the sun, and the moon? Well, because the ascendant is the first thing that you see. The second thing is you're going to notice their sun sign. That's the bulk of what you see in a person because that's what they put out there. The third thing, when you really get to know somebody, is you're going to see their moon sign. That comes out in their home life, when they're in some kind of trauma or conflict or something deep emotionally, what they become through the emotion. The moon is actually our true self. It is who we were in a past life, and it is the part of a past life that we most retain, because emotion is the part that is stronger than memory, it's stronger than knowledge, it's the part that takes the longest to go away. Do a free chart on astrotheme.com or one of those sites. Find out what your moon sign is if you don't know it already. In this life, even though we can't remember where we were before, we feel something. And those feelings are very strong and they're held within our moon sign. And they can make us feel like perhaps that we were abused in a past life, or perhaps we were a star, or we were a recluse. That's all things that you're going to feel. And you're not going to be able to put it into words. But the moon sign for me is one of the two most important positions to look at because it has to do with what we are, the bulk of who we really truly are, beneath everything, beneath the facade. If you just want to know personality types and what somebody is in sort of a superficial way, sure, go with the ascendant, go with the sun. But if you want to really know what's deep down, what's underneath everything, what is at the core, when you wipe away everything else, what's left over? If that person is stripped away of all of their worldly possessions, of all of their friends, their family, their memories, what are they deep down? This is intense, right? The second most important position in a chart is going to be your north node and south node. This is your karma and dharma. This is your past life. This tells you who you used to be and where you're headed now if you want to find positivity. Some people get stuck and they don't want to move on. And you'll hear me talking a lot about the North Node and South Node because I feel they are so important. Many philosophies of the world will teach you that there's only one way for all of us to head. I love that astrology shows you that there are all different answers for different people. What's good for one person is bad for another person. These two positions are amazing because when you put them together, you find out who you used to be in a past life. The South Node tells you what the world saw you as. Your moon sign tells you how you emotionally felt and how you dealt with your emotions. And that still holds true today. Like I said, it is our true self. It's our true feelings and emotions and how we deal with the most severe situations. I guess you can think of it as your South Node is what your sun used to be in a past life. So if you have a Pisces South Node, that means that in a past life, people saw you as a Pisces. That's how you lived your life. That was your identity. And in this life, if you have a sun that's a Sagittarius, that's how people see you in this life. Let's also say that this person has a moon in Aquarius. That would mean that when the world looks at this person, they see a fire sign. They see somebody who's got energy, passion, emotion, excitement for the world, an explorer. But deep down, this person maybe relates to homeless people, people that are cast out, people that are alone in hospitals, people that are drunks, people that are cast out by society. That's who a Pisces might relate to. And that's who they feel that they kind of are in an alter ego of themselves. That's because that past life is seeping through to this one. When they're dealing with emotions, they're going to be very intellectual. So deep down, they have this intellectual side, this side that likes to analyze people, not necessarily feel. When they're in trauma or when they're in something severe, they put feelings aside and they resort to logic and reason to get them through. And they might also have a passion for mechanical things or for science, a real deep down connection to space and the open vastness of it. So even though the world sees you as a Sagittarius, you probably deep down feel more like an Aquarius and a Pisces. So your sun, while it is important for your day-to-day life, and it is important for where you're headed, it's something new that you're experiencing. It's something that you're trying on for size, like an outfit that you're just taking off the shelf and putting it on. People look at you and they see that sign, and that's why they treat you that way. But you don't always feel like that is your true self. If you know what I'm talking about, this is why. As an astrologer, when I look at somebody, I often see their moon and their south node stronger than I see their sun sign. That's because I like to strip away all of the levels and layers and just get to the core of who that person is and how they think and how they feel and why. How they view the world, how they view themselves. Not how people see them, not how they display themselves, but how underneath everything, what they are. So put your comments below, subscribe to the blog, and we'll see you guys next time.